Hello everyone, welcome back to Java tutorials. In this chapter we are going to discuss the concept Java date and time. Java date and time. Java provides the date class available in java.util package. This class encapsulates the current date and time. Getting current date and time. This is a very easy method to get current date and time in Java. You can use a simple date object with toString method to print the current date and time. Date comparison. Following are the three ways to compare two dates. You can use getTime to obtain the number of milliseconds that have elapsed since midnight. You can use the methods before, after, equals, because the 12th of the month comes after the 18th. For example, new date 9/9/212 before new date 9/9/218 returns true. You can use the compare to method, which is defined by comparable interface and implements by date. Let's execute a simple example to get current date and time. You will find this example from the documentation. So here is the example. The package which is imported java.util date. We see date, new date object, and to print the date system.out.println date toString. And when we compile and execute, we get the current date and time. Well, this is how you get the date and time in Java programming language. Getting current date and time. This is very easy method to get current date and time in Java. You can use a simple date object with toString, as we have seen in the example. Date formatting using simple date format. Simple date format is a concrete class for formatting and parsing dates in a local sensitive manner. Simple date format allows you to start by choosing any user-defined patterns for date-time format. Let's see a simple example on date formatting using simple date format. Delete the previous program and paste the date demo program. You will find that in your documentation file. Let's compile and execute this program. So we have taken D now, in which we have stored the date, and we used a simple date format, and this is the format which we are expecting, and we have printed the date using this format object using the format function. And we see current date Thursday 2017-05-25 at 9:55:55 a.m. UTC. Simple date format codes. To specify the time format, use a time pattern string. In this pattern, all ASCII letters are reserved as pattern letters. Date formatting using printf. Date and time formatting can be done very easily using printf method. You can use a two-letter format starting with T and ending in one of the letters of the table as shown in the following, which can be found in the documentation file. Let me execute a simple example on formatting using printf. So this is the printf example with the date format. Compile and execute. The current date and time which has been formatted in the current date and time as programmed. That's how I use date formatting using printf method. Date and time conversion characters. Parsing strings into dates. The simple date format class has some additional methods, notably parse, which tries to parse a string according to the format stored in given simple date format object. Let us execute an example using this parse. Here is the example on parse strings, dates, and when we compile and execute, the expected output is 18/18/11/11 parses as wet November 11 0000 UTC 1818. A simple sample run of the above program would produce the expected result as we have seen in the browser. Sleeping for a while. You can sleep for any period of time from 1 millisecond up to a lifetime of your computer. For example, the following program would sleep for 3 seconds. Compile and execute the program. This program can be found on your documents. So we have seen one date which is being printed with a \n, Thursday 24/25/10/13, and we have a sleep for 3 seconds, and the date again is printed after 3 seconds. So the program went to sleep for 3 seconds. Measuring elapsed time. Sometimes you may need to measure point in time in milliseconds. So let's rewrite the above example once again. Here is an example where we can record the difference between two statements. The time elapsed is 3 seconds, and we see the difference is 3 seconds in here. Well, that's how you can record the measuring point in time in milliseconds. Gregorian calendar class. Gregorian calendar is a concrete implementation of a calendar class that implements the normal Gregorian calendar, with which you are familiar. We did not discuss calendar class in this tutorial. You can look up on standard Java documentation for this. The getInstance method of calendar returns a Gregorian calendar, initialized with the current date and time in default local and time zone. Gregorian calendar defines two fields, AD and BC. These represent the two eras defined by Gregorian calendar. There are also several constructors for Gregorian calendar objects. Some of the objects are Gregorian calendar, which constructs a default Gregorian calendar using the current time in the default time zone with the default locale. Gregorian calendar int year, int month, and int date constructs a Gregorian calendar with the given date set in the default time zone with the default locale. Gregorian calendar with int year, int month, int date, int hour, int minute constructs a Gregorian calendar with the given date and time set for the default time zone with the default locale. Gregorian calendar supports some of the methods: void add, int field, int amount at the specified sign amount of the time. Protected void computer fields converts UTC as milliseconds to time field values. Protected void compute time overrides calendar converts time field values to UTC as milliseconds. Int get int field gets the value of the given time field. And some other methods could be found on your documentation file, which you can refer. Let us execute an example on Gregorian time. Calendar class. The following is an example of a Gregorian calendar, and the example is about if you need to know an year is a leap year or not. Well, the current year is not a leap year. This is how you use a Gregorian calendar. This example could be found from the documentation file. You can try executing this program. Well, that's it for this tutorial. We hope you enjoyed our tutorial on Java. We'll get back with more tutorials. Have a great day. Thank you.